Failed the class by 2 points.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. So as you can see by the title of this video, what we gonna be talking about, what we gonna be getting into. Yes, we have the tea. We have all the tea. Just basically telling y'all where I've been, what I've been doing. Just kind of sit down, just kind of let's talk, let's chat. So if you're interested, just make sure you stay tuned. Also, if you're new here, hey girl, hey. And if you're not here, new here, hey, how are you? Welcome. What's up? Welcome back. I'm glad to have you here. So let's just get into this tea. Okay, so y'all, I never really do these sit down videos anymore, because they just are not for me and not what I do. I'm way more of a vlogger, but we just got some stuff to talk about, and I got some stuff to tell y'all and update y'all about and things like that. So I'm like, let me sit down and let me talk to y'all. So as you can see, or as you did see in previous vlogs, that I was going to school, in school, whatnot, all of that jazz. I had got accepted into nursing school after years and years of trying and working on prereqs and stuff like that. So your girl finally got accepted into nursing school. Yes. And so fast forward, I was in an accelerated program, an accelerated BSN program, 15 months. And I was super excited. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. It was hard. It was very hard. But that's neither here nor there. If it was anything worth having, is not easy to obtain. So that's fine. So I did 2 sessions between those 16 weeks, 2 8-week sessions, and then we were gonna continue over into January. So unfortunately, there was this class that I had, and this class was hard. If anybody knows, or if anybody has been in nursing school or went through nursing school, you got pharmacology. And it's pharmacology. That class is for the birds. For the birds. It's hard. It's a lot. It's just, and you just imagine it fast paced. Pharmacology is basically a class where you're learning all of your drugs, all of the different drugs and the generic name, not just the Tylenol, Motrin, Aleve, Advil. No, you learning acetaminophen, clotrimazole, you learning diphenhydramine, like you learning all those words that you can barely even say. But it was very interesting to learn. So that was that class that I kind of struggled a bit with, but when the class came around to the end, I didn't fail the class. I just fell short by 2 points of what I needed. I mean, so I guess technically you did fail it, in nursing school, because their grading scale is way different from the real world grading scale. You have your 10-point scale, 70 to 79 is a C, 80 to 89 is a B. Their scale is like 75 to 84 is a C. So it's different, So anything under a 75 is considered failing in nursing school. So I ended that class with a 73. A 73, y'all. I failed the class by 2 points. Two. And there was nothing that I could do to make it up or anything like that. Like, they didn't give any options on, hey, if you want to make these 2 points up, you can do this, that, and the other. No, that's just not how nursing school is set up. Because I mean, they prepare you to go to the real world, and they're like, well, you don't get any extra credit or any bonus points or anything like that in nursing school or in the hospital, so we can't do it here. So after failing that class, the thing was you had to sit out and wait until the class came back around, which had been in March. And I was cool with that. I was going to try to do that. But it was the other stuff that they wanted you to do before you got back and retook the class. So one, I had to withdraw from the program and then get readmitted. And that's if your GPA from your last 60 hours was where it needed to be, which mine was. So that wasn't an issue. But I just had to withdraw. I have to reapply. I have to write a letter. I had to take a dosage calculation test, which I already knew that was coming, but I didn't know it was coming so early. You know, I didn't know that was a requirement you had to do, you know, to get back into the program. I knew it was coming before you went into clinicals, but not to get back in the program. And then they wanted me to redo all of my health assessment checkoffs and skill checkoffs. So 2 different classes I take. They wanted to do all the checkoffs, which are classes or, you know, little tests that you have to do to make sure you know the skill, you know. So that's what a checkoff is. So they wanted me to do all of those over again. And I was just like, what? Like, why do I need to redo those all over again? I could see if I had been out of class or out of school for like years. But baby, I just did these checkoffs a week ago. What you mean I need to redo them? Y'all saw me sit here and do this, and I passed them the first time. So why do I need to redo these? Y'all just saw me do these. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. I'm not redoing this over again for this school. Y'all just saw me do it. And baby, I'm not doing that head to toe assessment. If you in our school, if you know that head to toe assessment, but that was a lot. So I'm like, I'm not doing that again for y'all when I just did that maybe 5 weeks ago. I'm not doing these checkoffs again. And then, in all honesty, the program was very, very expensive. It was really high. Like, the program was like $64K. Now, for some reason, to me, that just seems very, very high for a 15-month program. I get that it was an accelerated program. It's the BSN, the bachelor's, and it was a private institution. But I'm just still like, why is it so high? And I just simply couldn't afford that because I had to pay out of pocket. I got a very, very small financial aid. Like, I just got very, very small aid, which basically didn't even make a dent into the price. So I was still paying a huge majority out of pocket, which honestly, I just could not afford right now. Like, it's just something I couldn't afford. So I was like, let me just be real with myself and let me just look elsewhere, because that's one thing I did not do. And I highly recommend, if you are looking for a school in a profession like that, of that nature, definitely do your research. Because I did not, and I just went to the first school that accepted me. The school is not a bad school. It's not a bad school at all. It's just, I didn't do my research on other schools, and I obviously didn't see the price. But I was also thinking that I was going to get more aid, you know. And I went in to even contact the school financial aid office. I even contact FAFSA, like all of them. And they said it was because I already had a degree, which is so crazy to me. It's like, okay, I'm trying to further my career. I'm trying to further my education in a field where it's so short-handed and you need nurses. Like, you need nurses. So why are y'all making it so hard for students to go back to